Hi there, Librans. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and we are looking at February 27 through March 5. The Sun in Pisces accents work and dull but necessary daily chores, which, we all hate, let's be honest, because it does take us away from doing the things that we want to be doing, whether that's window shopping or working out or hanging out with our kids or our dog or our cat. Chores is like loading and unloading the dishwasher and laundry and raking leaves and putting petrol in the car. Horrible, horrible stuff for most people. However, be a virtuous Libra and do everything on your to-do list today, this week. Venus, your ruler, retreats in Aries from March 4 until April 14. So don't obsess about romantic issues, Librans. Let uncertain situations unfold in their own time, and don't force the pace or force the outcome, especially if you're in a new relationship or even a relationship that has been on and off all year. It could very well be off for a minute while Venus is out of phase in Aries, your one-on-one relationship zone. That makes sense. And of course, it's really unusual when Venus goes out of phase. Mercury goes out of phase 3 or 4 times a year, so we get used to it. And other planets are out of phase for long stretches of time. However, Venus, the goddess of love and money and your ruler, only goes out of phase every 18 months or every 2 years. So it's a whole different kettle of fish when Venus is retrograde. Not a good time to get married, not a good time to decide to move in with each other, not a good time to get engaged, not a good time to really pin your hopes on a relationship that's new to bloom into something that's going to be forever or at least for a very long time. It really is a time to wait and see. You may have a feeling now about somebody that is completely different by the end of April, because Venus retrograde tends to bring up things. Now, what Venus retrograde does is bring up feelings about exes and make it easy to get rid of the last remnants of that old flame that's smoldering in that fireplace in your heart, where you think you've still got feelings for somebody and you hear about them or you see them or they're in social media and you think, I'm not over that person. Venus retrograde will get you over that person, and you'll realize just how much time and energy that you have wasted because you've blocked out the bad stuff and you've really just focused on the good stuff, which we've all been guilty of. Matters of the heart tend to do that to us. All relationships survive because we are able to block out any bad stuff. If you think of the show Sex and the City, which, is one of the classics of female friendships, if they had sat down and wrote and dissected everything that had happened with them, they would never have spoken to each other again. They were pretty hard on each other. But that's what seals friendships, is that the fact that you can forget, forgive, and move on. All of this is going to be very relevant as Venus continues her retrograde parade through Aries. And we've just started, so it'll be interesting to see how you feel mid-April. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll speak to you again next week.